4, learn the soft skills. The hard skills are what are the hard skills? Installation, navigating the code book, learning the materials, all those things. Those are the hard skills. Those are things we do as tradesmen and tradeswomen. But you also need to learn the soft skills. Learn to estimate. You can practice putting estimation stuff together. The electrical code coach actually has an estimating course for free on YouTube. I went through the whole thing. It's super awesome. He also has a paid version of it, I think. If it's good, go support him. I have no affiliation with him. He's just awesome. I'm always going to recommend people to go listen to his stuff. But he has a free estimating course. You could just go whatever stage you are, listen to that and start. You don't have to be a good electrician in order to learn how to estimate. There are estimators out there that have never picked up a pair of lineman pliers. You could learn how to estimate without knowing how to do the job. Not for you still need to understand certain aspects of it that's going to make it better, but you could learn those things. Learn to estimate, that's a soft skill. Learning to budget, that's a soft skill. Learning to invoice, learning about the taxes, learning how to talk to clients, having that, can't even remember what the name of it is, but learn how to talk to people face to face and be pleasant with clients. That is a soft skill that will take you far. The difference between getting the next job or being referred might not be the work you do. You might do great work, but if they didn't have a good experience with you, they're probably not going to hire you again or refer you to somebody. So working on those soft skills of how do you communicate with people? How do you talk to a client? And how do you negotiate? Something we do not expect when we are not the ones bidding the jobs or talking to clients is negotiation. You say, hey man, I could do it for $30,000. And they say, well, can you do it for $20,000? We have a budget. And then you got to come back and you got to be like, well, you can probably do it for like $28,000. You have to know the game, especially if you're working with a general contractor or somebody who's going to sub the work out to you, because they're trying to make a profit too. And they're going to make a profit out of the same place you're going to make a profit from. They're going to pay you and they're going to keep something on top. So whatever, let's say a general contractor is going to hire you and they want you to put a bid together. And then from that, they're going to probably add some on top. Well, they're going to add some on top of that for themselves. If they look at your bid and they're like, man, the profit margin we're going to get on top of that's very low. We can only put like another $5,000 on that, $2,000, whatever it is. So we need this person to come down so we can make a bigger profit overall and not just be giving our money away to this company. So they're going to try to negotiate with you. So you got to learn how to negotiate and you got to have that backbone and that certain way of talking to where you're not kind of an a-hole, but you're actually negotiating with them. You're being a pleasant person and you're standing your ground at the same time and you're being reasonable with them. That's a whole nother skill. These are soft skills that you need to learn when you're talking to a client and they need some lights in their house. And they're like, man, that's too expensive. What do you say? You start, getting hot and you're like, wow, this person thinks I'm just trying to rip them off. You start feeling bad. You start feeling like, man, am I greedy? All these thoughts start coming into your head and you need to know how to be calm and talk to them and give them a reason why. Why is it expensive? If you listen to a lot of guys online, a lot of sales guys will just tell them like, yeah, it is expensive. I know it's really expensive to, redo all your electrical in your house. It's really expensive to do a service upgrade. These things are expensive. Yeah, I agree with you. Just go from there. And a lot of them won't even try to push back on it. They agree. It's expensive. Electrical is expensive. It's crazy. I can't believe how expensive things are today. When do you want to start? And if they're like, hey, can you do a lower price? You have to have a backbone to say, no, I can't do a lower price. Unless like, hey, if you do need a lower price, we could work something out for you. Maybe if it's not in your budgets, I know you wanted these particular type of lights. Maybe we could go for something a little cheaper. So instead of taking money away from yourself and what you're getting paid, your profit, maybe they just get some cheaper lights. I know you guys wanted USB outlets in multiple rooms. Those are really expensive. What if we just do regular outlets? We do a couple USBs maybe in the kitchen or in a bedroom or something like that, and we could reduce the cost. Or it's like, hey, you guys wanted a sub panel over here. How about we just take that sub panel off? Right? Or whatever it may be. You have to play with the numbers and see what you could do, but you need to learn to negotiate so that you're not losing money. Nobody should go into business to lose money. You go into business to make money. Something I learned after starting contracting is that electrical, for the most part, I think like 95% of the time, if somebody wants some electrical work done, it's a luxury item. Think about it. If somebody has an emergency and their breakers aren't working or they're humming or something and I don't know, if some dangerous situation's happening and it needs to be fixed, and that's an emergency. And that's a small percent, I think, of most people's problems and why most people call electricians. But for everybody else, they want their lights upgraded. They want their service upgraded. They want more outlets in their house or in their offices. They want to renovate something. They want to renovate and build out this new place for their business, and they need outlets, lights, and all this stuff. That's a luxury item. That's a luxury item. That's not a need, that's a want. They want these things. They want a backup generator. They want solar. They want whatever the thing is, fill in the blank. And if it's a luxury item, don't give it to them at a cheap rate. You spend a lot of time, energy, money, blood, sweat, tears learning your craft. If anybody could do it, they could call anybody, but they can't. If they want a professional installing the work like you are and you should be, then they need to pay a professional wage. Remember, it is a luxury item that they are getting, so you need to charge a luxury price. I don't mean like overcharging them and ripping them off, but you're not in business to lose money. You're in business to make money. You're in business to pay your employees a livable wage, to pay, or hopefully above a livable wage because it's flipping expensive right now. And pay yourself, take care of your family, leave something for a future generation. And if you're the guy that gives everybody a deal, you're not giving them a deal. You're stealing from your employees. You're stealing from yourself. You're stealing from your children. You're stealing for future generations so that you could give somebody else a deal. Somebody's going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it or they're going to pay for it. And if you're doing the job and you're giving them this luxury item, product, service, you need to charge a luxury price for it. You cannot be the one losing in the negotiation. Being a good electrician does not equal being a good contractor. They're two different things. Most electrical businesses, from my understanding, fail for not knowing how to manage, for bad money management, not knowing how to estimate, and weak communication. If you can't communicate, if you can't estimate, if you can't budget, if you're struggling in one of these areas, not just being an installer, it's a technical skill to install electrical equipment and material properly. But if you cannot do the soft skills, if you cannot manage your business as a contractor, as an owner, whole different beast, you will fail or you will struggle before you succeed trying to learn these lessons.